Lastly, I would like to touch upon the accountability of NPO. Why accountability is so important to NPOs? My view is that accountability is indispensable because NPOs cannot survive without trust from donors, from volunteers, from beneficiaries, from taxpayers, and all general public. Accountability is a very abstract term, so that sometimes people imagine various different images, different meanings. I myself believe good accountability shall be realized through good governance, wide-ranged disclosures, and strict compliance, not only with laws and regulations, but also with internal charter and bylaws. And above all, NPOs are always strongly requested to keep ethical conduct. Ethical conduct is essential for NPOs management, I do believe. And speaking of disclosure, I must explain about disclosure in Japan. In general, Japan's NPO disclosure is far far behind US and UK. The first application document. This is just like a Form 1023 Internal Revenue Service in America, 501c3 documents. This is very similar. In Japan, NPOs are not required to disclose completely. They don't need to disclose those applications documents. The government does not open to the public view, so that it is quite hidden under the ground, so to say. And secondly, annual returns, annual account. This is quite similar to Form 990 of America. NPOs are required to open only at their office, but not required by means of internet, so that it is very inconvenient to look at, to read those documents. Government requests complicated procedures to whom want to view those documents at government office. Again, they need we citizens who want to have some document who can read or who like to view those documents. We must go to the public government's office or NPO's office. It is very inconvenient, so that in reality it is impossible for citizens to view those documents openly. Basic information like a corporation name, addresses, representative's name, telephone number, and etc. About 8 to 10 subjects. Government open to public use by means of internet, so that it is only the internet disclosure by the government. Yet many proactive NPOs disclose necessary documents voluntarily by internet. But again, I would say in Japan, Japan's NPO disclosure is very behind from UK and US. And as you know, we are a little bit envious to the American NPO society and accountability. As you may well know, I like to confirm U.S. accountability of NPO by conceptual diagram. First of all, Internal Revenue Service delivers all documents submitted by charities to NPOs of which missions are to open those information to the public. GuideStar is very famous. GuideStar Korea, the gentleman from GuideStar Korea, Mr. Lee, will present later. Anyway, information providers like GuideStar is very, very famous. Besides that, Urban Institute is also very active. And using those raw data, GuideStar digitize raw data, processes these figures in order to be understood easily by general citizens, and provide those information together with the PDF file of raw data by internet. It is very informative to me to know that the existence of NPO evaluating organs like BBB Wise Giving, Charity Navigators, American Institute of Philanthropy, such evaluating organization provide their evaluation on the internet, on the portal site, so that the citizens can view the all information from GuideStar or evaluating organizations. So it is very convenient, it is very openly managed. And also, we must note that umbrella organizations like independent sector support NPOs, and supporting organizations like Board Source, they are mainly support the management of NPOs, governance and disclosure and accountabilities, and so forth. So in this connection, those players, citizens, of course, the main player, and NPOs, also main players. Those main players must be are supported by IRS, information providers, umbrella organizations, supporting organizations, and evaluating organizations, and so forth. So, in total, the U.S. NPO society are well developed, and we always aim to become such kind of system realized in Japan. And lastly, I would like to mention a little about the portal site called Nopodas, with JECO recently developed to motivate NPO's transparency. We collect NPO's basic information from government site. As I said before, government only disclose basic information like address, or like name of a representative and the telephone number and so forth. So anyway, we collect NPO's basic information from government site. However, it is very limited, as I said before, so that we must rely on mostly NPO's voluntary submission. In this regard, Nopodas is premature. However, we strongly desire to develop this system to like GuideStar. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
非常谢谢，就是太田先生，就是为我们讲的这个日本，他现在在法制改变或者公益团体他们怎么样的一些相关的法令包括解散等等那当然，我在这边再补充一下，像他们这个日本公益法人协会本身现在跟 GuideStar 也有一个 program 在发展那这里是我们请他来稍微再告诉我们这些相关的事情